Summer 2020 is here. We're still social distancing. It's hot outside, and I want to cool down. Yet people like me are considered white trash because we have an above-ground pool. Because privileged people are the only ones that are allowed to cool off during the summer at their own home. I tell people that I have an above-ground pool, and I'm like side-eyed. They're tacky, they're ugly, they're white trash. Why would you put that in your backyard? Does it look good? Can you not afford an in-ground pool? Let's just look to see how much an in-ground pool costs. $36,000 to $66,000. I bought my home at $179,000. Why would I invest that much money into a home that doesn't cost that much, or something that I'm only going to use a couple dozen times during the summer? And it's not going to increase my home value by that much money. Am I the only one that thinks that above ground pools are a little bit white trash? This guy in my office goes on about how great his above ground pool is, and he drives me crazy in general. And this is just another thing. Seriously, they're just an overgrown baby pool. What's the problem with that? Do you just stay inside the air conditioner all day? Hey, it's too hot outside. We're just gonna chill inside the whole time, sip on some lemonade. Don't want to look white trash. And here's a person complaining that they have to drive by a house with an above ground pool. I hope my neighbors don't think that of me. I saw this New York Post article with the headline, "Rich New Yorkers desperately seek tacky above ground pools amid lockdown." This is how they start out the article. Aesthetically pleasing they are not, but there's been a run on above ground pools this summer as the coronavirus lockdown forces people to resign themselves to staycations rather than trips to cool off to the beach or lake. New York Post is already telling me that these pools are ugly. Then they go on to talk about a Westchester resident, Jennifer Jikes Siordulu, and she counts herself lucky for picking up a pool at Walmart for $615, a 15-foot pool, which is normally the ones that I get. We went with like a 10-foot one this year because we have something even more white trash. We have an inflatable hot tub. But this rich Westchester, Long Island woman says she admits that the beauty of her backyard has to be sacrificed for the big blue monstrosity. She goes on to say, "I've never imagined that we'd have one of these, but desperate times. This is an above ground pool. Desperate times call for desperate measures. It's just a pool." They're acting like they gotta like ration their food. Now, listen to this. My sister-in-law calls it the ghetto pool, while I call it $650 of peace and happiness filled with laughing 14 and 15-year-olds. I don't know what she means by ghetto pool, and I'm probably not going to get into that at this point in time right now. But to consider it trash or a ghetto pool for her kids to cool off during the summer, she's making sacrifices that she never thought she would have to do, like getting an above-ground pool. And there are some people who want to remain anonymous. Meanwhile, another mom from Westchester who asked not to be named for privacy reasons, she doesn't want people to know that she has an above-ground pool. Please, you can interview you can interview me all you want. Just don't put my name out there. I do not want my friends and family to know that I have an above-ground pool. This summer, they're just not allowed to come over. No, just, hey, you might know the coronavirus is starting to slow down. We're starting to go. No, don't come to my house. I'll come to yours.
Unfortunately, I had to buy one of those above-ground pools because my kids were complaining. It's hot outside. I'm sweating. I have heat stroke. Well, listen, sometimes you need a little heat stroke in order to keep our reputation in this neighborhood. But I gave in, and desperate times call for desperate measures.
Turns to eBay to find her family's $1,800 Intex pool, which measures 24 feet by 12 feet. And if you know anything about these Intex pools, I mean, the actual value of the pool is way less than $1,800. People are overpaying for these things. Desperate times call for desperate measures. This gets me right at the end of the article. The 35-year-old describes the look compared to an in-ground pool as awful, but like the other woman, I don't know how to pronounce her name, agrees that it's a case of needs must. What does that even mean? Desperate times call for desperate measures. I'm telling all of you out there, you can't get to the beach, you can't get to the community pools because they're closed because of this whole COVID situation. Do not be embarrassed. Be white trash. Embrace the white trash. Desperate times call for desperate measures. And it's over 80 degrees today, so I myself am going to go outside and enjoy my above ground pool. ground pool white trash, consider this. Jagati Compound White Trash Summer 2020. I'm gonna enjoy my above ground pool, and you should too. Embrace it!